story part.
The Dominus has restored the star map to its full function. We are receiving a barrage of scanning data and astropathic scrapings from across the sector. This plague appears to have already spread its tendrils far and wide. We are faced with reports of 2 infected systems. We should monitor this infestation carefully and judge where best to direct our forces while the Inquisitor pursues her answers. Failure will cost many souls.
I agree, Ektar. I agree. Right, so let's start with this. Now, unfortunately, these stuff does... We do need a barracks, but we do need this. But the one thing we do need... What's the army chamber do? Art return circles. But it is something I need to get done, and this is it. This is not it. Not that. Which one is it again? That's a plasma reactor, which I don't need. So we need this, though. This is to repair servitors. Now, the other one I need is these and the augmenter. We need these as well. But there is one that I desperately need that repairs. That's gun barracks for the ship. There's something I want that well, I need this running first, then that. But there is one thing I need that will like speed up like building. So we can't do it at the moment because we have no like inkling where they are. Now you see the dots there. That's how bad things will get. Now that's on a green 1. If it gets to 5, we got a problem. So we gotta wait until something shows up. This is the worst part, guys. The waiting. There we go.
Commander, our prognosticators have detected this bloom in 3 separate systems. We should examine one of them.
Alright.
I have identified. From here, you can see some details for this mission, including the resources that Titan's Armory will make available to us if we are successful.
Which is a servitor. Now we will need servitors. Now, if we go that way, going that way, we'll cut that out, but that one will get stronger. We're not able to get the ore because we don't have that, we don't have a prognosticator to calm it down. Basically this, we don't have this. But we will get that eventually. Because that's the next thing we need. We need that, but then we need to get the barracks and the apothecarian and the other things. So there's a lot we have to do. So, and anyhow, let's get going. Like I said, I will need a lot of things to be done, but this will take some time. There we go. Augment chamber done. So what does this do? Gives us servitors and this. This is what we need the most. Now, the next thing we need to do is this. This is a desperate need. Then we will need to do this. I know it's a pain in the ass, but we have to get this repaired. Now, we'll need them, and the corruption would go down. Basically, we would kill it out. Right, so let's start the mission, shall we? Same team, because they're the ones who have survived. As you can see, the ship is slowly repairing. You can see because that was when one of the areas was repaired. And the armament chamber is the other one that's getting repaired.
The psychic disturbances here echo those I encountered on Koromar.
The hive cities are abandoned, but there is life below. Brothers, seek out any corruption and purge it.
Alright. So we're going to kill all enemies again. Now, that we've had a chance to... Now you've had an idea what's going on, let's talk about who are the Grey Knights.
Yes, Commander.
The Grey Knights are a chapter of the Adeptus Astartes, but they're no ordinary Space Marine chapter. Oh, no, no, no. These guys are a chapter of pure secrecy. You see... let this hit. You see, during the Horus Heresy, while the demons were running riot, the Emperor thought it would be best to make a chapter dedicated to demon hunting. So, currently near the end of the Horus Heresy, Malgador the Sigillite and the Emperor founded this chapter to go into Titan, into hiding for millennia to hone their craft before they began their hunt. Now, the White Imperium does not know they exist, only except for a few higher ranking officials and certain individuals.
None may hide from our warp sight.
Like, I'll tell you the person who knows them is Logan Grimnor, or higher members of the Inquisition or the High Lords of Terror, and Rebooty Gilliman knows them to some extent.
Your command?
But you see, these guys are pure secret. Nobody knows they're around. Anyone who knows their existence, if they're not Inquisitor or high-ranking Lord of Terror, they tend to get killed. Because they want to keep their secrets. And also, they want to make sure that any certain demonic incursion would be purged. So these guys are very secretive and very, hush hush.
Your orders? Moving now. Unleash me. Standing ready.
So yeah,
Standing ready.
these guys are very hush hush, and no one is supposed to know their existence. Oh, hello. Oh god, the grenade launchers. Now, like the heavy stubber guys,
Just wait.
the grenade launcher guys you need to kill quickly.
Praise the Emperor. In an instant.
There you are.
So to the unworthy.
Or could I shoot that one? Oh yeah, shoot that one and burn the pair of them.
Denounce.
Run, run, run!
Unleash me. Wards activated.
Yep. Now to get him moving.
As ordered.
Now you can use the environment guys against like I just did there, and that's usually fun. Timber!
One of the chosen!
What is your will?
Are you sure about that? Just enough to kill him.
Aye, sir. Who destroys, Commander? What is your will? On my way.
Alright. Nope.
Feel my wrath.
You're a mutant. Die!
Sanctified and purged.
Oh yeah. Sanctified and purged. So yeah, the Grey Knights are very
Commander.
secretive, but that's not the only trick the Grey Knights have. You see, this army is full of psychers. Now you might think this is something like the Thousand Sons, and you might be right. Now you wonder who are the Thousand Sons? They're a Chaos Traitor Legion, who were one of the first founding legions who had a lot of psychers in their ranks. Their leader, the Primarch Magnus the Red, was also a prominent psyker. Hence why most of his sons were psychers. But had a drawback. A curse. The curse of the flesh. Basically, they would turn into dust. Yeah. Not a very pleasant thing, I might add. Right. Before I go into there, let this kick off. There they are.
Commander, I sense a massive spike in warp activity below.
It is a warp surge, Inquisitor. Such events are common in pitch battles between psychers.
And yet your brothers have clearly restrained their powers. Something foul is at work below.
Yeah. So basically, something here that shouldn't be here. Knock knock. Alright.
Your command? Moving now. My blade is yours.
Alright. You move there.
My blade is ever ready.
Right. Okay, so
Unleash me. Moving now. Here. The Emperor lights our path. What is your will? I am with you.
yeah. It's best guys to go slow so you can have the most attack points.
Fuel. Yes, sir. I'm here to serve. What is your will? More horrors invade our realm.
Yep. That's why I'm only going slow, guys, because we do not want to like spark it off.
As ordered.
Right, that should do.
Bring doom.
Charge! See one. Just wait.
Hunkering down.
Just wait. Just wait.
All right. Could go there. Who could take him out?
I am with you.
Bang. Timber.
Justice.
Yep.
The Emperor protects. I am his chosen shield.
Right.
Seeking the tainted.
Right behind you.
Defenses active.
Yep. Psychic Onslaught should kill him off.
Need ammo. I am his chosen shield.
Yep.
As he
Go there to try and Now I will take a hit from that because that's a bloody stubber. That was what I was trying to get a hold of. Oh, there's two of them. So that means if I use anything, that will go off.
Overwatch.
Worst place for Overwatch, buddy. Alright, what crap am I going to get this time? Oh, no. It's plagued the area, the little cheaters. It's
What
not
is
good.
your will? As you will.
Yep.
But he was chosen. Yes.
Right. Let's get this off.
For the Emperor.
Bye-bye.
Mercy in death.
I can't see, so I'm gonna have to take the hit, guys, because unfortunately this asshole is in a plague area. Enemy armor. So basically, if they protect them, it's a pain in the ass.
Vengeance!
All enemies have been cleansed. Good work, Commander.
Yep, got plagued, but doesn't matter. I'm out. Bloody M. I hate that thing with the Nurgle thing, because it does happen from time to time. So, we've got servitors. We've dealt with some corruption. So, let's have a look. The Interceptor. Ooh, Teleport Strike. I also want that as well, but get Teleport Strike. It's always good to get that. Because trust me, Teleport Strike can be absolutely nasty. It can give it to a lot of people. And there's the Purgator. Ooh, more ammo the better. And there we go. And we're done. So now we're going to try and make our way to there. We might not make it. We're not going to make it, but it's to get this running. See, this is the problem with this game, guys. It's the distance we've got to cover. Like the original XCOM, it is a nightmare.
We cannot afford to sit on our hands while the bloom spreads unchallenged.
Commander.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but unfortunately, we don't have access to them. Now we do. Now, we have more access, so I recommend getting this first, but it'll take 18 days. But I need this as well, and these. This is the thing we've got to look at, guys. We've got to look at what we need. I would say get this first, because we need to slow the bloom down a bit. Alright.
We have restored functionality to the Augurium and should review our Prognostica choir. When Prognosticas are attuned to a system, they will extend the mission timer in all adjacent systems.
Yep. That's what we need to do. Now, there's our problem sorted.
This poxwalker was one of the Imperial faithful, afflicted with a strain of mutagenic virus. There is no doubt we are dealing with the work of the plague god Nurgle. This must be the bloom whispered of in those astropathic fragments. Within the carcass, I found a germ of some ancient power corrupted with a foul psychic resonance. This seed is used to spread the virus. Of that I am certain, but it arrived to me damaged, and there is little else I can learn from it. In order to study how we might fight this plague, I must acquire one of these seeds completely intact. I can instruct your brothers on how to extract these specimens properly. Please ensure they pay attention. The Emperor loathes indolence. Let's not disappoint him.
So in other words, like in XCOM where we had to get like one of the brain boys, we're gonna do it for this one. Alright.
This is Inquisitor Cartha Vakir of the Ordo Malleus. I am alumnus of Evixia Danica. Access code Clarion Magenta 111721. I require immediate response from Titan.
This is Grandmaster Vardan Kai responding, Inquisitor. This act borders on heresy. The screams of the astropods you burned already reverberate through the warp. It is fortunate for you that I am prosecuting a campaign in the nearby Chimera system. I suggest you explain yourself, and quickly.
Grandmaster, I have commandeered the baleful edict. We face...
You have seized a Grey Knight strike cruiser.
As is my right, I have foreseen dire omens for this sector. Already Nurgle's poxwalkers roam free.
Oh, indeed. I'm surprised an agent of your pedigree is not equipped to deal with such lesser threats of chaos. Agravain, perhaps you can clear up this nonsense for me.
My lord, he fell in battle during our last campaign against the Cadium cult. We had been returning to Titan for repairs when this Inquisitor intervened.
Ah, Brother Ektar, that is sorry news. I trust then that you have appointed one of our brothers to act in his stead. Well, speak up then, Commander. What say you to this Inquisitor's story?
Now, this guy is a bit of a pompous dick. He's not a fan of the Inquisition, and we'll get to that later, but it's also, he wants to know what we think. Now, if we get right, we can get some requisition. If we get wrong... So, let's discuss the Bloom Seed.
Intriguing. However, the galaxy is full of unsolved mysteries.
I am confident these poxwalkers are the symptom of a much greater cancer. I only need a little time to conduct further research.
Very well. I am not in the habit of second-guessing those under my command, that is, until given a good reason. I will leave the baleful edict in your care.
You have my thanks, Grandmaster, but there is yet another reason I desired to speak with you. As steward of the Armory of Titan, I had hoped you could release further assistance.
Don't thank me yet. I will give you 60 Tertean solar days to prove this threat warrants the deployment of an entire strike force. Battle-worn as it is, Strike Force Xiphos could be put to good use in several campaigns across the galaxy. Any further requisition from my arsenal will have to be earned.
But I... Typical.
After each Grandmaster's report, you can spend your requisition to unlock and upgrade armor slots. The resource slot gives you access to the new Knight reinforcements, servitors, grimoires, and other resources at the end of a mission.
Yep. So basically, guys, this is our way to get better stuff. Now, you can see there we have the Assistant Assassinorum. They're unavailable at the moment, but we will get them eventually. Now, we have to do this one first.
You can only unlock or upgrade each slot once per report. Slot upgrades increase your chance of accessing more and better equipment and resources.
So these are the three we want. These are the ones we want to focus on the most. Better knights, better melee, better armor, and weaponry. Once we reach level 3, that's it. We get the best stuff. But until we get that point, we have to do stuff. So, we could talk to them again. So, let's do the talky bit and the research first. So, research-wise, guys, we do have little options. Now, we need to get these first. These two. We need these. They are important. Do I need seeds? Yes, I do. Psychic Attunement. Minus 2 corruption in the system. Oh, that is also good. I recommend, guys, getting this. Because then we can get to this. And then we can get these two. Then we get to these. Because these are where things can help us fight the bloom. So let's see what you got to say.
We both have work to do. What do you need? It is not so simple.
So basically, we need to punch them.
I need the seeds intact for further study,
Fair enough.
if we must. The Grey Knights and Inquisition have worked together since the earliest days of our orders.
Which is true. To a degree.
We each have our own role to play as partners. Yes, partners in my mission.
Yeah. Keep in mind, the Inquisition, most of them are dicks. So keep an eye on that.
Know that I will not sacrifice your men, unless the need is great. Do I bore you? My research beckons.
Let's see what the tech priest talks about.
The preliminary salute. An unclean, organic thing fouling my ship.
Mm-hmm.
Affirmative.
That's all from
I must
you.
attend to repairs.
And now we move on to Ektar. What you gotta say, buddy?
Do you seek wisdom, Commander? I am no ancient, but might be of some help.
Uh-huh.
Besides a clear violation of communication protocol, you mean?
Yeah. You see, there's protocols and rules to contact the Grey Knight, and she kind of broke them, but she had a good reason. But the Grey Knights, like most Depth of Story chapters, are very, very anal and stubborn about protocol. So, it's kind of like, you know, bit of a problem.
Arcane talismans as catalysts for corruption are scarcely a novelty to us Knights of Titan.
Mm-hmm.
The Grand Master will weigh our value to this campaign.
Yes. Now, this is the thing about this guy. If you don't perform missions or certain things, he will kind of be a dick to you. So you've got to be very careful.
Perhaps there's some piece to this puzzle we do not yet see.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly. All tech priests are eccentric in their own way.
Yeah.
There is no being I trust more to look after the baleful edict.
Yet her favor for the vessel can times eclipse our purpose occasionally. So,
Her competence is beyond question.
basically, she's been there for a long time. And even rumored that she fought alongside Lord Drago. Now, if you wonder who Lord Drago is, he is the head of all the Grey Knights, Lord Drago. So, the fact that she's fought with him shows her age.
Ancient, yes, assuredly.
Now, if you're wondering where Lord Drago is, he's stuck in the warp. You see, he's cursed. Whenever the demons arrive, he can come out the warp to fight them. But once it's over, he has to go back into the warp. Kind of a bad deal, if you ask me.
We are the Hammer. Remember that.
Yep. Right. We can attune an area. I would say the best for this area. That only gets you that. That only gets that. This gives me that, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go through like long areas. So we need to look at where we're going to get the most. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me 5, 3, 5. I would say that one's the best one. Yep. So all we can do is advance time until we get oh, 6. I didn't see that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's a good one. We've got that one nicely. Here we go. Now you can see here the 2 there. We'll slow down. I mean, I could take out these 2, but what do you get for that? +1 requisition, always good. A grimoire. Now, as you can see here, guys, we can now get a rank 3 Justicar, halberd, attempted armor. Now, mission with only 3 units. I could do that. That'll give me an extra 1. What does the last one give me? Now, Twin Servitors will be nice, but I think it's best we keep the prognosticator ones down. We'll come back to that later, because we can now lower it a bit. Oh, perfect timing. Right, so it's best to get this running because we need to get these unlocked, especially this. If we can get this unlocked, it'll be great. But then we can get the construction speed faster. Now, I do want more Green Knights, but we do need to get this sorted.